On the evening of the 25th, Japanese television audiences were drawn into a dramatic and emotional broadcast as Nippon TV aired a 4-hour special episode of a long-running variety show that has become a year-end tradition for many viewers. The program carried an intense sense of finality, as it featured the decisive match that would determine who stayed and who would be forced to leave the popular segment known for its high-stakes dining battles. From the very beginning, the atmosphere was thick with tension, anticipation, and nervous laughter, as each participant knew that one wrong guess could change their fate completely. This was not just another variety show episode, it was a culmination of an entire year of competition, pressure, and mounting personal costs. The rules for the final match were clear, but unforgiving, making every decision feel heavier than usual. 3 participants were destined to lose their seats by the end of the night, and no amount of experience or popularity could guarantee safety. As the rankings unfolded, one contestant managed to secure their place early on, bringing a brief moment of relief to an otherwise nerve-wracking evening. That early confirmation of survival only heightened the anxiety for those still waiting, as smiles quickly faded into quiet concern around the table. Another familiar face followed, landing just behind and narrowly escaping the danger zone, prompting visible relief mixed with lingering unease. Soon after, however, the tone shifted sharply when the reality of elimination became unavoidable. With the announcement of 3 eliminations, the situation turned grim for those near the bottom of the standings. At that moment, one actress found her fate sealed, her ranking placing her beyond recovery regardless of what came next. The announcement landed heavily, and although she tried to maintain composure, the disappointment was impossible to hide. The competition pressed on, offering little time to process emotions as the next results came in rapid succession. Another young actor soon found himself unable to escape the financial consequences tied to his ranking. Despite confidence expressed earlier in the night, the numbers told a different story, and his departure was confirmed. The studio atmosphere grew increasingly solemn as the reality of loss settled in. Then came the most shocking development of the night, one that even longtime viewers found difficult to accept. The final reveal placed the spotlight squarely on the show's iconic duo, forcing the unthinkable scenario where one of them would be eliminated. As the final rankings were announced, the results sent waves of surprise through the studio and living rooms across the country. One veteran member, who had only recently returned to the show, landed at the very bottom. The timing made the outcome even more dramatic, as his return had barely lasted a month before coming to an abrupt end. In stark contrast, his partner achieved the top position, earning a complete reset of personal expenses and a triumphant survival. This dramatic reversal underscored how unpredictable the game truly is, regardless of experience or seniority. This year's format allowed for up to 3 eliminations, making the final match especially ruthless. The special, total settlement, rule meant that a single victory could erase an entire year's worth of financial penalties. For those burdened with the highest accumulated costs, the final match represented both hope and desperation. One contestant, carrying the heaviest financial load, openly declared her determination to claim first place. Another expressed unwavering confidence, insisting that this was his night to shine. A third placed her faith in herself, quietly preparing to face whatever outcome awaited. Meanwhile, guest challengers also had everything to gain, as a top finish would refund their past losses. For them, victory meant redemption as well as relief. The setting for the battle added another layer of elegance and pressure. The chosen venue was a refined restaurant in Ikebukuro, known for blending French culinary techniques with Italian inspiration. The sophisticated menu raised the difficulty level significantly, challenging even the most seasoned participants. With the target price set high, even small miscalculations threatened massive personal expenses. The potential cost loomed over everyone, calculated to reach an eye-watering total if mistakes piled up. Adding to the spectacle, a special dramatized segment was introduced, inspired by a phrase that had become emblematic of the year. This mini-drama transformed a light-hearted joke into a full-scale production. The lead role was played by the very contestant whose words had sparked the idea. The story unfolded as a romantic holiday scenario, complete with festive charm and emotional flair. Former cast members made surprise appearances, delighting both the participants and viewers. Veteran actors joined in as well, elevating the skit into something resembling a full television drama. The cast reacted with amazement, repeatedly commenting on how lavish and unexpected the production was. This blend of comedy, drama, and competition exemplified the unique appeal of the show. As the night drew to a close, the outcomes left lasting impressions on everyone involved. Victories felt sweeter, losses felt heavier, and the passage of time was impossible to ignore. For those who departed, the experience marked the end of a chapter filled with laughter, stress, and unforgettable moments. For those who remained, it was a reminder that survival is never guaranteed. The broadcast concluded by announcing upcoming streaming availability, allowing fans to revisit the emotional rollercoaster. Viewers were also given a glimpse of what lies ahead, with the next special episode already scheduled for the new year. As the curtain fell, the legacy of this season was firmly cemented. The rankings told one story, but the emotions told another. It was a night of shock, relief, regret, and celebration, all intertwined. More than just a competition, it became a reflection of risk, resilience, and the fragile balance between fortune and failure. And as always, it left audiences eagerly waiting to see who would rise, who would fall, and who would dare to take the seat next.